إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفر ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Alhamdulillah, today we're in our 17th FIKS class, 17? 18th Tajweed class. Astaghfirullah, I said FIKS class. Afwan Sheikh. Our 17th Tajweed class, 18th Tajweed class. I'll get it together. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I need some more of that coffee. Alhamdulillah. And today we're doing, let's see. We're doing the Bab al-Mithlaini. Babu al-Mithlaini wal-Mutaqaribaini wal-Mutajanisaini. باب المثلين والمتقاربين والمتجانسين. Do I have to put the shakl up there? Do I have to put the tashkil? باب مثلين متقاربين متجانسين. Okay? You guys got that now? Okay. إن في الصفات والمخارج اتفق حرفان فالمثلان فيهما أحق. إن في احمل هذا كذا أغلقه ولكن احمل الوجه. Okay? The first line goes إن في صفات والمخارج اتفق. It's actually اتفق, right? اتفق حرفان فالمثلان فيهما أحق. Okay, it goes over. In fi sifat, in fi sifati wal makhariji اتفق حرفان فالمثلان فيهما أحق. What it means basically, أجل هذا في داخل. In means if or when. خذ هذا. If or when, okay? When, in, regarding, or in, a sifat, regarding, or this here is regarding. When regarding, or when you have in the sifat, we know what the sifats are, right? What is the sifat? The sounds, when you did master letters, you learned that every letter had at least 5 sifat. Jahrun wa shidda wa qalqala, and those types of things. You with me? Okay. In fi sifati wal makharij. What is the makharij? And the makharij. The makharij is the plural of makharaj. And the makharaj is the point of articulation, the place where the sound is born. Okay? That's the makharaj. So when the sifat of the letters, meaning whether the letter is sound jaharun, or if it whispers, like, at, that's whispers, you know what I'm saying? Or al-haqqa, it has qalqala, right? Those are the sifat. And the makharaj, that's id. The makharaj, the place where it comes out, when it comes to the teeth, that's the makhraj. When the makhraj tifaq. Tafaq, meaning they come together. They are the same. When in two different letters, harfani, two different letters. I know people on the internet were saying, could we get the board better? I say everything that I'm writing. I say everything that I write. So it's a lecture series in this regard. You could pay attention and write what you hear me say as well as what you see on the board. We need to, we can't afford a bigger camera. So, you know, so when we get a better camera, then we can do that type of thing like that. Or someone can donate one and we can have one, as somebody was saying, a camera on me and a camera on the board like that. But right now we don't have that, okay? So when they have that, if there's the same sifat and the same makharij from two different letters, pay attention, then فَالْمِثْلَانِ فِيهِمَا أَحَقٌ. Can it be now that two, okay, harfani fal, so then in that case, that's what tha means, okay? Call those things mithlani. We call those mithlani. This is a term. Mithl means similar or like. But right here, we're not meaning it from its linguistic meaning. We mean it from its terminology. As a terminology, mithlani means that the two letters are the same. So are they different? No. Because you can't have the same makhraj and the same sifat. If you have the same makhraj and the same sifat, you have what? The same letter. So basically, this is an expression showing that when you have the same letter coming right after each other. Okay? The same letter coming right after each other. Okay? We're dealing with what? Quran. So we're talking about the rule. If it has the same makharij and it has the same sifat, it's the same letter. So if it's two letters, not when it says different here, it doesn't mean different letter. It means different. One is here, one is there. You get it? One is in one place, one is in the second place. Fihima ahaq. Then it is the best thing to call them mithlani. So the term that we call it regarding those two, regarding fihima, regarding those two, it is more preferred, is better, it is more truthful, okay? Truthful, more truthful to call them mithlani, okay? It is more truthful to call them mithlani. Does that make sense? We'll give examples of it right here. Just I want you to understand the bait first. First and foremost, يا نوح إن كان عليك أن تضرب واحد ترى okay ثم تأخذ هذا okay no okay anyway the case is after we know what the bait means, so we know literally what the bait means. Now let's see how we put it into practice. Everybody understand it? In fi sifati wal makharij ittafaq harfani fal mithlani fihima ahaq. So because we memorize this thing, now we need to know what it means. If there is in the sifat and in the makharij a cooperation, the sameness, you know, if they correspond with each other, harfani, if two letters correspond with each other in their sifat and their makharij, then call those letters mithlani. We call them mithlani. Regarding them, ahaq is more preferred. And so now we're going to learn what is the rule and how do we practice mithlani. Okay, because the rule is al-babul mithlaini, the chapter regarding the letters that are come mithlaini. Okay, let me get it. You going to do it? No. Okay, come on, hurry up. I'll help you out. Just the bottom. Don't keep the title on. Is there any more of these things, Akeem? These rags. Go get some more, no? اسأل الشيخ. اسأل الشيخ. اضرب الباب واستعذن. لا انه قول السلام عليكم. إن في الصفات والمخارج اتفق حرفان فالمثلان فيهما أحق. إن في الصفات والمخارج اتفق حرفان فالمثلان فيهما أحق. خذ هذا. امسك هذا. If it is in the sifat and the makharij of two letters, an agreement, then call those two letters what? Then call those two letters what? Mithlani. Mithlani. Now what is mithlani? Mithlani is, I'll tell you how the,
it's similar to two.
It's two separate letters, but when they come together, if they come together and they have the same sifat and they come right next to each other, we call them mithlani. Now mithlani is three different ways. Let me give you an example. This is mithlani. وهما حرفان اللذان اتفقا مخرجا والصفة. There are two letters that come together and correspond with the makhraj and the sifa. Like اضرب, say اضرب. اضرب. See, this is the letter اضرب, right? Dad, it's easier to put your dad on the left side of your mouth. Take yourself to اضرب and اض. See, you turn your tongue to the right and the sides will hit the left side. اض. You see that? You see, I took my tongue and I pushed it this way. Eid. Did you catch it? Your side tongue should hit these letters over here. Idrib bi'asak. Okay? You see this? Idrib bi'asak. Okay? Here you have the ba number 1 and ba number 2. What is this has the same makhraj and the same sifat as this letter, which has the same makhraj and the same sifat, right? So what do we call this construction when this happens? We call this what? We call this mithlani. Okay? We call this mithlani. Okay? Mithlani. These two letters, or this construction. Another example of that would be وَقَدْ دَخَلُوا. وَقَدْ. See the dal? Dakhalu. Say the word, please. Dakhalu. You see the dal? That's the first one. The second one is right here. We call this what? Mithlani. Okay? Mithlani. Why? Because the makhraj of this dal and the makhraj of this dal is what? Same. And the sifat of this letter is what? The same as the sifat of this letter. So it also happens to be what? The same letter. Because you can't have the same makhraj and you can't have the same sifat unless it's the what? Same letter. What is it?
Same letter.
Same letter. Okay? Has to be that way. So we call this construction mithlani. I'll give you another one. فقل هل لك قل هل لك هل لك. This is the first one, the lamb. The second one is what? Lamb. It has the same makhraj and the same sifat as the first one. What do we call this one? Mithlani. Okay? I want to take my time with it because now we're getting to stuff that a lot of people, these are the rulings. We went over a lot of the rulings in Tajweed thus far that most people are familiar with. Okay? They have some type of diraya. They might have used it with not even knowing the rule before. Now we're touching on rules that most people have never really probably heard of this, or how it actually applies, or what's the difference. Okay? What's the difference? So I want you to understand and recognize. Ba, sukoon, mutaharrik. Sukoon, mutaharrik. Sukoon, mutaharrik. Sukoon means it's not moving. Mutaharrik means it has a vowel over it or under it, meaning it's moving. Okay? We call this construction what? Mithlani. And the bait goes, in fi sifati wal makharij ittafaq. Harfani, two letters. Fal mithlani fihima ahaq. Erase it. Okay? Take a good shot at it, Makeen. No, but before you do, no, point to each one of those. لا الأول تبدأ هنا واحد اثنان Okay, come on. Take it off. Yes. All right. اضرب بعصاك. بعصاك وقد دخلوا وقد دخلوا هل لك هل لك. Those are the three. Alhamdulillah. Now, let's go over here. I have a sidebar issue. Mithlaini has, I'm going to put Mithlaini. Oh, could you erase these two, 1 and 2, please? Just dealing with Mithlaini right now. Mithlaini. Say it. Because I want you to get used to it. Mithlaini has 3 types. Okay? There are 3 types of Mithlaini. There is Saghir. Say, Mithlaini Saghir. Mithlaini Kabir. And Mithlaini Mutlaq. Mutlaq. So those are the 3 types of Mithlaini. We're going to go over. Saghir means small, Kabir means big, and Mutlaq means absolute. Okay? What do we say? Saghir means what? Or minor. The Kabir means major or big. And Mutlaq means absolute. Absolute. Okay? Now, in order to go over this, the first one said in في الصفات والمخارج اتفق حرفان فالمثلان فيهما أحق ينقسم تماثل إلى 3 أقسام. التماثل المثلين صغير وهو أن يكون الحرف الأول ساكنا والحرف الثاني متحرك. That's the first examples that I gave you guys. When we said the first one was sakin, not moving, and the second one was mutaharrik. Those are 3 examples of al-mithlaini as-saghir. Okay? Just to do it again, an example of mithlaini as-saghir would be like we did over here. Hal laka. Because it is saghir is when the first letter is not moving. Okay? It has a sukoon over it. And the second one is moving. So we have the example of the letter has is mithlani because it has the first one has the same sifat and the makharij of the second one. So it's mithlani, and it's saghir, mithlaini saghir, because the first letter is sakin and its second one is what? Its twin is what? Mutaharrik. Move that under the thing, please. No, the computer. You guys get that point that I'm making here? No. So that is the first type. Do we have to go any further into that one? No. Okay. Then it says, وَقَالَ نَاظَمًا ثُمَّ إِن سَكَنْ أَوَّلُ كُلٍّ فَالصَّغِيرُ سَمِّيًا. In the poem, the line that you know that it's sagir, it says, he goes here, I'm just giving you part of the poem. He goes, ثُمَّ إِن سَكَنْ ثُمَّ إِن سَكَنْ. Say that. This means there's a line before that. ثُمَّ إِن سَكَنْ أول كل فالصغير عفوا فالصغير سميان. So it means then, say thumma means then, in means when or if, when or if, second, meaning sakana. Second means it's sukoon. Which has the sukoon? The first letter. Okay? The first letter is sukoon from kullin or every last one of them. For sagir is samiyan. Then call it sagir. Okay? Wa alaikum salam. You understand this? When the first one is second, then you call it saghir. Does that make sense? All right, erase the board. What time is salah?
7:08.
Okay, well, good. I'll take Katan. Right over here. I'm just going to give you, matter of fact, this is enough for us to take for today because I want to go slow with these letters right here, with this type of thing, because I don't want nobody to get confused. So we did...
How does the first one come second?
No. The first letter comes sukoon. And the second letter is mutaharrik, or sakin. We call this, the hukm, the ruling on regard this, is wujub al-idgham. Idgham. What is idgham? Okay? You see how your first letters come into the second, into the third, and the fourth, and the fifth? If you didn't learn idgham, then you wouldn't know how to do it now. It's idgham. اضرب بعصاك. You see? اضرب بعصاك. وقد دخلوا. You enter the first letter into the second one. Right? هل لك قلوا. هل لك. You see, you enter the first sound into the second one. That's the first thing right there for the saghir. As for the kabir, it's when both of them are moving. Kabir, here is when both are moving. Like when we say in the Quran, look at this one. Okay, recite this. Fihi hudan. Okay, and this would be lam. Fihi hudal. Right? So we say fi alif lam mim. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين. So we have فيه هدى. Say it. Don't you see? This is what? Ha, right? It has certain sifat and makhraj. This letter, the second one, it is also ha. It has the same sifat and makhraj as the first one, right? So what do we call this? We call this mithlaini. Come on, guys. We call this mithlaini. But what type of mithlaini is it? It's mithlaini kabir. It's mithlaini kabir. Why? Because both of them are mutaharrik. Both the letters are moving. You understand that? And when we get to the poem, again, I don't want to make too much time. أو حرك الحرفان في كل فقل كل كبير وافهمنه بالمثل. It says, I'm going to write the line out right here. I'll write it right here. أو, in the poem it says, أو حرك أو حرك الحرفان في كل or it haraka, it moves both letters in kullin, in both of them, right? Faqul. So then say faqul. So then say kullun. Both of them, right? Kabirun. Here kabirun means that you pronounce both of them. Okay? It's going to tell you what the rule is. Kabirun wafhamanhu bilmuthul. Bilmuthul. Okay, what this means, bilmuthul. It says, and understand it, wafhamanhu bilmuthul. And understand it through the example. What this means when it says, فَقُلْ كُلٌّ كَبِيرٌ وَافْهَمَنْهُ بِالْمُثُلِ أو حرك الحرفان في كل فقل كل كبير وافهمنه بالمثل. It means, or both the two letters in the mithlaini are hurrika. What does it mean, hurrika? It has a haraka on it or under it, right? Has a fatha, dhamma, kasra on it or under it. Like this one, it has a kasra. And the second one, it has a dhamma. So then you say both of them, in both of them, regarding both of them, kabir. Kullun kabirun. What does it mean? What's the ruling then of kabir? Idhar. You understand what I'm saying? Idhar, because it says, say both of them big. Meaning recite each one of them clearly. Clearly and independent. So you say, fihi hudan. You know what I'm saying? You don't push them together. You don't say, fi hudan. No, you don't say fihi hudan. You say fihi hudan. You understand what my point is right here? So mithlaini is how many types? Three types. Saghir, which is minor, right? Halaka, and the ruling for that one is idgham. And kabir, when you say fihi hudan, and the ruling for that is izhar. Now we go to the last type. Come on, erase the board right quick. We only got 2 minutes. Well, may not be able to do the third one right until after salah. But I want to finish mithlaini, just mithlaini. And then we'll do mutaqaribaini and mutajanisaini by themselves too. Okay? The last one is called mutlaq. Mithlaini al-mutlaq. Okay? What is it called? And mithlaini says, هو أن يكون الحرف الأول متحرك والحرف الثاني ساكن. Okay? It's the opposite of the saghir. Okay? So I'll just give an example of it right here before he starts to call the adhan. And it says, what do you call it? You ready? Oh, it's still wet. Let me see here. I can't do. Erase this right here. شققنا. شققنا. No, bro. Oh, man.
You said erase.
Oh, never mind. Let me do it here. شققنا. Remember, take this one off too. It's also mutlaq is that the first one is mutaharrik and the second one is sakin. Like saghir was, the first one was what? Sakin, and the second one was mutaharrik. Now this one is the opposite. It's mutlaq. Shaqaqna. So in this one, we see that this first letter, it has the safat of the qaf, right? And it's mutaharrik. And the second one is the same makhraj and the same sifat. In fact, they're also the same letter. So what do we call this construction? We call this mithlaini, right? Now what type of mithlaini, since the first one is mutaharrik and the second one is sakin, what do we call it? Mithlaini what? Mutlaq, absolute. And the ruling for that is wujubul idhar. We have to pronounce each one of these clearly and independent of the other one. Shaqaqana. Shaqaqana. So that is the ruling of the mithlaini. Mithlaini, for just to wrap it up, is when two in fi sifati wal makharij ittafaq harfani fal mithlani fihima ahaq. Assalamu alaikum ya Shaykh Ansar. Tabarakallah. So if there are the set in two letters have the same sifat and the same makhraj, we call that what? Mithlani. It's better we call it mithlani, right? And mithlani has three types: saghir, kabir, and mutlaq. Saghir means minor. That's when the first letter is sakin and the second letter is mutaharrik. Like for example, halaka, idrib bi'asak. You know what I'm saying? So that's one example. The second one is kabir, which is major or minor. That's when both of the letters are mithlaini. They're the same letters, but they're both moving. Like we say, fihi huda. Fihi, two has right next to it. Both of them are mutaharrik. And the ruling on that is what? Idhar. While the ruling on the first one is idgham. Halaka. Right? Fihi huda. Wa alaikum salam. Fihi huda. And the third one is mithlaini mutlaq. It's when we have the same letter, one after the other. However, the first one is mutaharrik and the second one is what? Sakin. And the ruling on that is what? Idhar. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم أقيم يعني أذان. السلام عليكم. السلام عليكم إمام.